Hello and welcome. My name is Shaminder Sangha, and I'm going to talk about field trips and how you can use them as an instructional strategy. Groups of students visit an off-campus location for first-hand observation or research. Field trips provide students with course-related experiences that cannot be replicated in the classroom. Going to physical locations such as research laboratories, medical facilities, museums, art exhibits, environmental centers, or sites with unique geological or botanical characteristics help students understand the value and meaning of what they are learning in the classroom, as well as to see how this knowledge can be applied in different and novel situations. Finally, going off campus can be a refreshing change of pace and provide an opportunity for students to bond together as a learning community. When it comes to attending to the basic planning details, there are 5 points to consider. 1. Contact the appropriate host site personnel to determine that the location is open to group visits and to see if students and staff can provide support, such as arranging for guided tours, special presentations, or access to areas not normally available to the public. 2. If possible, visit the site yourself, so that you can uncover any potential problems in advance. 3. It's important to work with the host site staff to select the date and time. 4. Prepare students by alerting them to any additional costs. Appropriate dress codes, for example PPE or steel-toe boots, and any standards or behaviors that are expected of them. And number 5. Determine how students will travel. Will they get there on their own? Will they carpool? Or will the institution provide buses or minivans? Consider forming students into groups with a leader who will be responsible for communicating with you via cell phone. Your role as an educator. Be clear about what the field trip will accomplish. Prepare students for learning. Teachers can introduce the field trip site prior to the actual visit with pictures or descriptions of the destination. Helping students to develop a sense of familiarity with the field trip destination before the visit may enhance the amount and quality of the learning. Always ensure safety of the learners. As a form of debrief, it's a good idea to craft a follow-up activity such as a whole class discussion or a written essay that guides students to reflect upon what they have learned and to connect the field trip experience to what they are learning or have learned in the classroom. Because field trips take students off campus, there are increased expenses and risk. To mitigate liability, most institutions have formalized field trip procedures that require pre-approval or forms. Places that are not generally open to the public and that may put students at some level of risk, such as prisons and hospitals, may require students to sign waivers. Therefore, as a first step, check your institution's policies and procedures so that you know the requirements regarding field trips. Field trips generally take place outside the regular class meeting times, and since most students have intense schedules involving other classes, work obligations, internships, and domestic responsibilities, one of the challenging aspects of organizing a field trip is finding a time that everyone can meet. Do your best to find a date and time that works for most students, but then simply provide alternative assignments to students who cannot participate due to scheduling conflicts. This also addresses unforeseen circumstances where students cannot participate due to illness or emergencies. The larger the class, the more difficult it is to organize field trips. Consider dividing a large class into multiple smaller groups and staggering the scheduling of the field trip. As a learner, it's important to be courteous, respectful, and professional at all times. You should be engaged and listen to the speaker. You should also only take pictures if you're authorized by the tour guide. It's important to avoid having side conversations, as this may be a distraction to the tour guide. If applicable, you should submit field reports immediately to your instructor when you return to the classroom. It's important to be safe and follow the safety guidelines. Be mindful of your surroundings and closely follow the directions given by your guide. But most of all, have fun and enjoy your experience. In closing, field trips offer an opportunity for students to get exposure to real people and events. The opportunity to make connections with others is priceless. Students on field trips visit people and places that they would not normally be exposed to during their school day or even as they settle into their careers. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my video and thanks for watching.